Specialist on workplace culture, Gabe Abshire, is back with me on the LaMarca Law Group Newsmaker line. Gabe, welcome back to the program. Good morning.
Hey, thanks for having me again. I hope you're having a great morning.
I am having a great morning, Gabe. I would suspect this is a widespread problem across the country, isn't it? A lot of workers putting off their vacation because of COVID.
Yeah, it's almost like we had an extended summer, right? There's a lot of different things that factor into it, but people are working from home. They're getting a little bit more downtime, not feeling safe going out. And then depending on your industry, your company may be struggling, and then they may have some issues asking for that vacation time.
Absolutely. So, Gabe, is there going to be a long-term effect on employees at this point? I would worry if I was a boss about burnout. Is that a legitimate worry?
At Utility Concierge, we switched over from work from home about, right when all this hits. We're coming up on about 6 months, and we've been able to thrive in this environment. Our employees are accountable. They're more productive, and the thing that's most important to me is that they're happy. They're able to spend more time with their family. But I am starting to get a little bit concerned or looking out for that burnout because, look, as much as we love our family, I love my wife, I love my kids to death, but we're not meant to be locked up 24/7 with the ones we love.
Yeah, Gabe, that's a great point. He was referring to his company. He's CEO of Utility Concierge. And so, Gabe, the other thing is that I'm worried about is the inability to turn it off. Like, you're just always worried. You got the email, you got the phone, your fellow employees or your boss can text you. That's got to be a concern too. How are you handling it at your company, that making sure your employees aren't sitting in the living room working 18 hours a day?
Yeah, so we try to do as much video as we can, as much face-to-face as we can communication. We have a service and a sales aspect of things, and I think that really relates to the folks that are out there in a sales environment. They may be able to take, breaks during the mid-afternoon where maybe they can't get a hold of folks, and so they're able to work a few more hours at night to take advantage of that, getting a hold of people. On the service side of things, I think that's probably a little bit more difficult because you want to be there for your customers, but you need to be able to shut it off, have a cutoff time so you can decompress before you go to bed, get a good night's sleep, and so you're ready to tackle the challenge next morning.
Gabe, do you think there's going to be a time where bosses are really going to start encouraging their employees to take that vacation? I'm sure you're just like me. Like, I've canceled stuff so far this year. No reason to go anywhere, but there's going to be a point where this all adds up. And do you think there's a point where a boss really needs to start encouraging people to take a little bit of a break?
Yeah, we've already started doing that. We monitor KPIs very closely. When we start to see trends, we have conversations with our team members and ask them what's going on. We're very, very important to us to have a good work-life balance, develop our team both personally and professionally. So I'm a big believer in taking downtime, resetting, getting a different perspective, and just allowing everybody to come back stronger and more grateful for the opportunity they have.
Now, Gabe, let me reverse that on you. If you're the CEO of a company, and you are CEO of Utility Concierge, do you worry that in the back half of this year, everybody's going to want to take a vacation at the exact same time, and you're actually going to have personnel issues? Is that in the back of the mind of bosses?
A little bit. We have some good policies to help protect that, but we're actively telling our managers to look out for this, have people take that time off, and even if it's a day, right?
Yeah.
Lots of things have changed in our world in the last 6 months, including our vacations, right? And people are canceling trips that have them get on a plane, or they're not going to big amusement parks and things like that.
Yeah.
But, even if it's a quick weekend getaway, even if it's something midweek, get away, get out in nature, camp, hike. RV sales have gone through the roof. And so I think our vacations are also changing. And again, if you look at the silver lining and everything, I think it's allowing people to get out and explore more of this great country of ours.
No, you're exactly right. But Gabe, you said something really interesting earlier I wanted to go back to. You as a boss are monitoring how productive your employees are, because if you start to see that fall off, that's part of all of this, isn't it? You're saying, they are. They're starting to burn out.
Yeah, we have a saying around our company. I mean, we live and breathe our core values, and we want to build a positive culture. We understand that drama happens, but leave that at the door and understand that you have a family that you can talk about your life with, right?
Yeah.
And so when we have those conversations, we start every meeting with good news, both business and professional. And when we hear those things, we have conversations, and we really want to know what's going on in their personal life, because it's really bleeding into their professional life. And so we have targets and triggers that we would have those conversations with. And if we feel that's happening, we definitely encourage people to take a break, take a breath, and get away.
Great conversation. That is specialist on workplace culture, Gabe Abshire. Gabe, thanks very much for joining me today.